Hey YouTube, Wes Stampley, JWS Repair Service here. Today we've definitely got something different. You may have noticed already, this is not the shop. This is actually my home and it's our kitchen. Today we're going to bring you a recipe from, not me, but from Mrs. JWS. That would be Carolyn. She will be here shortly with that recipe. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Stampley, and today we're going to be making an easy banana pudding cheesecake. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a mixer, or you can use a hand mixer, it doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 packages of 8-ounce cream cheese. We'll have the ingredients on the screen as we're rolling through, but we need 2 packages of 8-ounce cream cheese, a half a cup of sugar, 2 large eggs, banana instant pudding, 15 or so vanilla wafers, and a pre-made graham cracker crust. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to our oven and we're going to set our temperature. And then we're going to push start.
And it's preheating. Okay.
And we're going to come over here and we're going to add our room temperature cream cheese.
Okay.
I thought my spoon was going to fall off there for a minute. And that's 2 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese.
Okay.
I'm going to let this sit up in here and I'm going to let it get, I want it to get creamy.
Whip it good.
I'm going to go ahead and add my half a cup of sugar.
Half a cup of sugar.
Now because I'm using a stand mixer, you always want to make sure, you don't have to right now, but you want to make sure that you get the sides and make sure that everything is mixing up good. So you want to just make sure, take your little wick in here and push down on the sides and just make sure that everything is getting mixed up good and it's getting blended well. So go ahead and set that back up. I'm going to put this at a lower temperature. Well, I'm actually just going to turn it off.
Lower temperature or lower speed?
Lower speed, because now I need to add my eggs.
Do we need to squeeze the chicken?
I'm going to come over here.
That was 2 eggs?
That's 2 eggs.
Okay.
2 large eggs. Always remember to wash your hands if you use proper hygiene. So
Kitchen safety is always important.
I'm going to start this off slow because I got these eggs in here. Otherwise, if you would put it on a high speed, then it would splatter and go all over the place. I want to make sure that this gets mixed up very well. And I can gradually add up the speed as it's mixing. And I just want to make sure that this gets mixed up very well before I add our next ingredients. Looks like it's mixed up fairly well. I'm going to go ahead and just bring this spoon back in here. Just make sure, scrape the sides. open up the package of pudding and put it in there. And the thing with powdered ingredients, when you're mixing them into a wet ingredients, especially when you're using a mixer, you don't want to just turn on the mixer because then it's going to go like this. So you want to go ahead, I'll show you. You'll put your dry ingredients in there, and you'll notice that this is like powdery. So if I turn on the mixer right now, it would make a big mess, and powder would probably go quite a few different places. So what you can do with your little mixer here, your little whisk or whip, is just kind of mix it in a little bit. Plus this will help actually with the blending process too. And like I said, what you want to do is when you turn on your mixer, turn it on slowly and then gradually turn it. And we want to make sure that this gets mixed up nice, because this is going to be our filling for the cream cheese.
You don't add milk to the pudding?
No. I'll put the ingredients on the screen.
Okay.
At the beginning.
Put it in the description.
I'll put it in the description. So then we're going to just look at it. We're going to shut it off. I'm going to lift it up and just make sure that it's getting mixed up. Make sure the sides are getting mixed up very well. Because with this being a freestand mixer and not a hand mixer. A hand mixer can really do different. Just want to make sure that the sides of the bowl are getting scraped. So we'll bring that down. And as you can see, there was some powder residue on the pudding. Lock in our mixer. Turn it back on. I'm going to let that mix up. So now you're going to take your bag of 15 or so Nilla wafers. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your rolling pin and you're going to crush these up. Now you want big chunks because you want to be able to see this in your pudding. So, and then we're going to bring it over here and just get these few pieces over here that are big. We don't want anything, real big, but we don't want anything real small either.
You're not trying to make dust.
I'm just, all right, that looks good. So then, we're not going to be using the mixer no more. We're going to fold in the Nilla wafers.
Ted?
Go ahead and take
Ted, what are you doing?
take this beater off. I'm going to take my bag. I'm just going to dump it in there. Now some of them did get small. And you're just going to fold that into your filling for your cheesecake. Make sure you get it nice and folded in good. And then you're going to take your pie crust, which is graham cracker crust pre-made. Or you can make your own if you want. And then you're just going to line it up.
And that just makes one?
Yep. It just makes one.
Well, what are you going to eat?
So let me get all this out in the bowl and then I'll spread that out in the pie evenly. It's really super thick, so it's you want to hold on to that pie. You don't want to start spreading that out in the pie right now.
I think right now, if you try to do that one-handed, you probably sling that clear across the kitchen.
So then you're just going to evenly just spread it out. Until what you think looks perfect. I don't know if it's going to be perfect, but it'll be the best that you can do. I've always heard that if food is messy when you eat it, then it's very good food. Good food is messy. That's what is heard. So I think that is adequate. So then we're going to come over here. We're going to get a pan. Just set it on there. Nope.
Cookie sheet?
Cookie sheet.
Okay. We're going to put that in the middle rack.
And we're going to set the time.
No.
Cook time for 55 minutes. And then we're going to start.
There you go.
And then we're going to put cream cheese in there. Just going to set that on the top rack on the middle.
Okay.
Alright, we have that in the oven now, and we'll be back with you in 55 minutes to show you the results of the cheesecake. So now the cheesecake is ready to come out of the oven. We're going to take it out. It's going to be puffy when it comes out. When it completely cools, it won't be that way. What you need to do is let it cool down a little bit. Not where it's oven hot, but maybe room temperature or something. And then it needs to set in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours. And we'll show you what that looks like when we get done. Now that the cheesecake is cooled off in the refrigerator for several hours, we can go and put the garnish on top of it. And I made homemade fresh Cool Whip, and I have a recipe for that, and we'll leave that in the video on the top, and you can go to that. And I'm just gonna take some of this whipped cream, and I'm just gonna circle it. Not very good at this. I'm not a professional. I'm just gonna smooth it around.
You're not a professional cake decorator, but you play
And
one on TV?
if you have somebody and they don't like Cool Whip, you could just slice this and then put Cool Whip on the ones for the ones that do and the ones that don't. And all we need to do then is just make sure all the sides are got the Cool Whip on it. And then we're going to get our bananas. Whoops. Whoops.
Bananas?
Yeah, I made a mess. The Cool Whip kind of went everywhere. Not everywhere, but not where I wanted it to go. Okay.
I think it looks good enough to eat. Pretty sure I'd eat it.
I'll put this over here to the side for right now. I'm going to get my cutting board. I'm going to grab a banana. Or two. There's a whole bunch.
Now, is this a normal banana?
This is just a regular banana.
A yellow banana?
Just a regular yellow banana.
Okay.
So we're just going to cut it up in slices like you would any normal banana. You don't have to use the end pieces. You can cut it up to what you think looks fair. I'm not going to use the end pieces, so I'll just let that there. And then I took some of the wafers and I smashed them up into little bitty fine pieces. I was going to use that for
vanilla wafers?
Vanilla wafers. And you take the bananas and you just set them like so in different places, however.
Just random, there's no...
You could...
No geometric patterns, I don't need a ruler or anything, right?
No.
Okay,
It doesn't
good.
have to be perfect. Whoops, I don't know if that one's going to stand up.
But I didn't know if I needed to bust out my old spiral graph or something like that. But
Well, we're not.
those things were cool, though.
We're not.
Oh, I'm sorry, back to the pie. Cake. Is it pie or is it cake?
It's a cheesecake.
But is a cheesecake a pie or a cake? I'm still trying to figure out if a hot dog is a sandwich.
Maybe we should ask our viewers.
Yeah, viewers, tell us, is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, no, excuse me. Is a cheesecake a pie or a cake? What is it? I don't get it. You put it on pie crust, but they call it a cheesecake.
I know it looks weird or whatever, but maybe you could knock some of them down.
It looks like, don't knock them down.
You can knock some of them
Don't
down.
knock me down, Bruce.
And then you could take some of this
Some of them smashed Niller wafers.
and just sprinkle it on top and make it look a little pretty.
That's very
Not
nice.
too much and not too little. You can never go wrong. I mean, if you want more whipped cream, you could add more whipped cream. I mean, you can make it as big or small,
So
fancy. You could use as many, little, less. It's in the end, it's your cheesecake. So there you go, and that's the cheesecake.
All right. Well, you want to take us out, honey?
Thank you for watching our video today. You can hit the like button if you liked our video and like this content of what we got. You can subscribe to our channel. You can hit the notification, and every time that we get a new video, you'll be notified. You can find us on JWSRepairServices.com. Thank you, and you have a good day.